Hello everybody, this is your boy, the Green Talents, coming at you with a video of something that just been updated today. If you guys haven't heard or are not familiar with, former Saints head coach Sean Payton has decided to call it a career with the New Orleans Saints. According to reports, he decided that he is not retiring. He just said he need a break from the NFL. So it's a possibility he might be out for a couple of years, and he might resurrect again at another NFL coaching team in the near future. He just decided to lead the Saints because this is a guy who has 159 wins and 89 losses, I believe. I could be wrong. I could be wrong with the most wins, but I know he has 152 to 159 wins. And I do know he has 89 losses. That I do know. And he finished the season with a 9-8 record this year. The Saints did not make the playoffs for the first time since 2015, which is kind of a long ways because he had to rebuild that team uh, from the stretch up. He has drafted players like Alvin Kamara and a couple of defensive ends and tackles, linemen and corners from from the time he was drafted, from the time he became coach up until his leaving of the franchise today. So now the Saints are now without a head coach, but they are saying that Dennis Allen, the defensive coordinator for the Saints, is the leading candidate to be head coach for the Saints. But the Saints will be interviewing two or three more other coaches before they decide on Dennis Allen or to bring in a new head coach with an offensive mind similar to that. But whoever comes in to be the new Saints head coach, he's gonna have a different mindset as to how he's gonna run the football and how he's going to pass. So um, he has left behind the Saints in well condition. Only thing that's something is with it from a quarterback. They've had three quarterbacks this year on the center, but with Jameis Winston going out on injured reserve, but yes, season-ending injured reserve season this year, the Saints have had two other quarterbacks, and that's been Tyson Hill and Travis Simeon, I believe, who the quarterbacks that currently on the roster. So the Saints might draft another quarterback in this year's draft, or they might redo the contract of Jameis Winston to give him lesser years and to have a quarterback on the roster, a young quarterback on the roster. So whoever they might draft a quarterback, it's gonna be some good quarterbacks this year's draft, but not none really considered first round other than the boy from the University of Pittsburgh. He's the only legitimate first round quarterback that's going to come out this year and might be the only quarterback to make the first round. There are a couple others. One guy from Louisiana Tech, I believe, and then there's one quarterback from I think from Oklahoma. Those probably your only two of three. Well, only three first round draft pick quarterback, but they can go between 10 to 20, depending on where the Saints are being drafted. The Saints are drafted. I think the Saints going to draft in the lower 20s of the draft, but they might draft before 15 because they didn't make the playoffs this year. So the playoff we have to play off, but the draft order is now set between the teams that didn't make the playoff versus the ones who did, and the ones who did are gonna line up in the order from 25 to 32. Now there four teams in the NFL. I mean, four teams going to the playoff now, and that's the Rams, the Kansas City Chiefs, the 49ers, and the Cincinnati Bengals. Of those four teams, one of them 14 is going to be 28. It's going to be 28. No, I'm sorry, 29, 30, 31, 32. So whoever wins the Super Bowl is going to have the 32 pick, and whoever loses the Super Bowl going to have the 31st pick, and whoever lose in these last two playoff conference championship games is going to have 29 and 30. So that's how that order is going to run. but the Saints should have a top 15 pick, so they might be able to get a quarterback that they're going to need because they got one quarterback in Tyson Hill. Tyson Hill is not a legitimate thrower. He's more of a run than a thrower, kind of like Jason Jalen Hurts, kind of like Hurts. He has a strong arm, but he just don't have he just can't pass accurate. And then Simeon had been hurt through most of his career, and that's one of the reasons why the Broncos never re-signed him. So they're gonna have some quarterbacks they're gonna run through. I know Tyson Hill has got a new contract this season just passed. This regular season just passed. So I don't know if they're gonna keep him on the roster with that contract or they're gonna trade him away. Ain't no guaranteed about him for his future with the Saints. But Simeon on the other hand is the only quarterback that doesn't have a salary cap contract. So he's more likely to stay than Tyson Hill. So that's a possibility that some things can happen on the offensive side of football. I think the Saints defense is set. It's going to be the offense that's going to go through the most changes. So, with that being said, as I reported earlier, in this video, um, Sean Payton, former head coach of the New Orleans Saints, who has 150 plus wins and 80 and over 85 losses, has won Super Bowl with the Saints that they won back in 2000 and I think was it 13, 14, 15. I think it was 2015 that the Saints won the Super Bowl. So um, that'll be his legacy because he is a future Hall of Fame coach. So like I said, so wherever he goes in the next year or two, he's gonna have a chance to come back to the NFL. Like I said, like he said, he needs a break, and so sometimes a coach does need that break if he have been coaching one team for more than 14 years in the league. Like I said, he became head coach to I'm 2009. No, you know what? I'm sorry. The Saints made the Super Bowl in 2009. Let me get that correct. They won the Super Bowl 2009 and won it all. He became head coach of the New Orleans Saints in 2006, I think. Yes, 2006. He became head coach of the New Orleans Saints 2006. The Saints won the Super Bowl 2009. They had Reggie Bush, who won a Super Bowl ring with them. Malcolm Jenkins, who won a Super Bowl with them, and a couple of other players that won Super Bowl with them. He had to build a team from scratch up. Get rid of some old players, keep some new players to bring in. So he did a pretty good job with the New Orleans Saints during his time there. But overall, yeah, he won the Super Bowl 2019. I'm sorry, he won the Super Bowl 2019, but he never went back to the Super Bowl. But he has been in playoff contention with the Saints. The Saints have, like I said, the last time the Saints didn't make the playoff was 2015. Get that right, 2015. They didn't make the playoffs, and they didn't make the playoffs this year. So during his years with the New Orleans Saints, he only had two appearances that he did not make the playoffs. And the rest of the chance he made the playoffs and won some games, and he won one Super Bowl 2009. So just want to let you guys know what's going on with the NFL at this moment. Like I said, I'm going to be making videos. That's going to be what's going on around the league and for the Eagles, Saints, whatever. I plan to bring some news about that, and this is what I've seen on social media, and this is also what I've seen on NFL Network. So that's what I want to let you guys know. This is your boy, the Green Talents, coming at you with a video about the New Orleans Saints. And as always, comment, like, share, subscribe, notification bell on top, so when you see the video, it comes directly from me to you for your enjoyment pleasure. So again, y'all have a good night. Enjoy yourself. Peace and one love.